Hi everyone, this is Tony from Playball Lineup. Thanks for joining me. If you're watching this, maybe you've already purchased the Playball Lineup Maker app or maybe you're interested in it, but I wanted to kind of do a series of screenshot tutorials on an iPad to just give you a sense for how the app works. And I'm going to try to make this not painfully boring. I'm going to break it up into smaller chunks. I think I'll probably do a segment or a tutorial, if you will, on every single screen and kind of break it up that way instead of doing one monster piece, and hopefully explain a lot of the questions you may or may not have, and kind of, again, explain how the app works. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us at support@playballineup.com and send us your questions. And, we're more than happy to answer them, and we usually answer them pretty quickly. So as you can see here, here's my screen. I've got a couple things, but all you do obviously is simply tap on the icon and uploads the app. The first screen that you come to is called Create Lineup, right? Pretty simple. And the very first time that you open it, it's going to look just like, it'll always look like this, but you'll have probably only one option at the top, which will be start new lineup from scratch, right? So since you don't have any other saved lineups in the app, the two start new lineup from existing lineup and make changes to an existing lineup, those are probably going to be grayed out. So you're going to have create lineup, game information, and then information down at the bottom will be highlighted as well. Everything else will be grayed out because you will not have entered anything. So just a few things about the different sections here. So again, if you want to start a new lineup, hey, I got a new game, I want to start a lineup from scratch, I would use, that particular function, that button. Let's say I was working on a lineup for a game this weekend and I only got halfway through, and so the app automatically saves it, but now I want to go back and I want to update it or continue working on it. Or let's say I thought all 12 of my players were coming, and now the night before the game I find out one of them is not coming, so again I need to go back and adjust that. So for that I would want to use make changes, or actually let me back up, I would use make changes to an existing lineup. So I would go in here and I would find the lineup that I was working on, and I would simply tap on it, and then I could go make my changes. So the other thing that I wanted to explain, which was the second one, start new lineup from existing lineup. The lineup, there's a bug in the lineup, and I'll explain it what that is in a second. But the thought with the start new lineup from existing lineup is, say you just played a game and hey, the lineup worked beautifully, right? So I want to kind of take that and copy and paste it into a new lineup. And that's what this second option does here. You can go back and pick the game that you want, and basically the only thing that you will need to update is what's on the top here: date of game number, away team, home team. But everything else in the lineup should be exactly the same, right? So that was the premise behind that. When I built this, I was trying to think of all the different things, all the different possible things, and so trying to think of three logical ways that somebody might want to use this, right? So obviously starting from scratch, obviously making changes to something that you were existing on, and then again the middle one, start new from existing, was just a way to kind of shorten the process, right, without having to enter in all the information again. So that's it for this page. Actually, I was going to tell you about the bug. I'm going to do that in the next screen, which is the game information. But this is the create lineup. Again, you've got three options. You've got to pick one. Let me just go back here one more thing. So make changes to existing, right? So let's say you're just fooling around with the app and you go, I want to get rid of all these. All you have to do is slide the lineup to the right or to the left like that, and you'll get the delete button. You hit delete and it's gone from the app, right? I do not believe it gives you a warning. Yep, so it's gone, right? Hopefully I didn't need that one. But at any rate, that's how you delete lineups from this particular field, and I think it works the same on the middle one. And then obviously starting from scratch, you're not going to have that at all. So that's the create lineup screen, and I will pause this right now and come back and we'll talk about the game information. Thanks.